Hi and welcome back to VTOL VR. It's been a few weeks since I've been in here, mostly because I've just had other stuff to play and there's been a weekend or two that have been quite busy. The main reason why I'm back in here, although I did actually want to come in and play anyway, is at the moment I am actually suffering really quite badly with a serious neck pain. I have mentioned in various videos over the last year or two, actually quite often in this I seem to remember, because you'll notice that I tend to actually, well, you won't see it obviously, but I suppose you will in the thumbnail when I'm in the cockpit. I tend to actually lean forward and look round rather than just turn my head when I'm flying and trying to see what I'm doing, because I do have some mobility issues in my neck anyway. At the moment I've got a real serious neck pain going on. I am having it seen to next week, but meanwhile it's actually further reduced my mobility in my neck, but also it's making me feel quite nauseous and dizzy, which isn't great for VR. But I kind of wanted to play some VR this weekend, so I thought, well, first game, Saturday morning, I should have a little dip in and just see how it feels and see how it goes, but I should probably play some things sat down. And it was either this or downhill VR, and as much as I love downhill VR, I felt it's probably a little bit too action-based as a gentle introduction. So let's try some flying. What could possibly go wrong? So I've done the free flight. I've done target practice about 3 times or whatever. I kind of feel I'm getting there with that. The landings in this thing are not going great. I'm sure I've crashed it like twice or whatever. Carrier landing practice, I think I actually did a carrier landing in this thing, in the EF-20 whatever G thing. Hang on, I always forget what it's called. EF-24G, that's it. I actually managed a carrier landing in the free flight. I seem to remember my carrier landings aren't great. But you know the thing I've never tried in any of the aircraft? I don't think in all the time I've owned VTOL VR I've ever tried aerial refueling. So I'm going to try it. I I don't know what to expect. But I'm going to go for it. Practice aerial refueling with the FA-26B. FA-26B. Is that what that is? Okay. Make sure to start off with a partially empty fuel tank. Otherwise, the tanker will not lower to fuel boom. That seems like a typo. Okay. Where's my fuel? There. Let's have like half fuel, right? That seems sensible. What could possibly go wrong? I don't think I need to carry any of that stuff, do I? So let's detach, 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 detach. I don't even need a gun, do I? There we go. But I will have the targeting pod. Alright, that seems sensible, right? Yeah? Yeah, we're good. Let's try it. What could possibly go wrong? Right, I was ready for that. I was like, it's going to start me mid-air, isn't it? So let's put that there for a second. If there's one thing I hate about this aircraft is there's just so much stuff I've got to figure out. I'm losing speed and altitude a little bit. Hold my heading and my altitude for the moment. Thank you. Right, let's try and sort things out. So I probably want, yeah, we'll go for the full tactical display, right? That looks good. Let's just have a look at the S-cam for a moment. Hello, right, that seems fine. What do I actually want on this, do we think? Nav would be good, right? And let's zoom out a bit. Right. Ah, there they are. Cool. Do I want a targeting pod? And we'll go... There we go. Right. So I suppose the first thing to do is to get behind that thing, right?
Autopilot disengaged.
This isn't going to be great when I can't look round. I literally can't turn my neck. So I'm going to have to rely on this display. I probably should have adjusted my cockpit layout a little bit. I feel I'm mostly comfortable in my cockpit. Where is it? Is that it? I'll make that a sensor of interest for a moment. Yeah, that's it up ahead, isn't it? Right, how do I know what speed it's doing? Okay, so it's a KC-49, is that what it is? So you've got a B, that's the bearing. It's bearing 352. Ah, M, is that, it's Mach. Is that its Mach speed? So it's doing Mach 0.57. Come on, helmet, behave. There we go. So I'm guessing that's its heading. Its altitude is 11, so is that going to be, yeah, it's probably about 11,000. I'm going to take the M to mean it is doing Mach 0.57. Oh, why is the gimbal limit? Right, my altitude is creeping up. By creeping up, I mean going up quite a lot. I don't remember the gimbal limit being quite so bad on this thing. Probably doesn't help that. There we go. Right, cool. We're locked on. So I'm doing Mach 0.94. I was really hoping there would be some kind of tutorial for this. Okay, 0.55. Let's bring our speed up a little bit. 0.54. Do you know what, mate? It'd be easier if you weren't turning. I'm gonna guess I have to... Where's my refueling port open? Where is my refueling port? I actually don't know where my refueling port is. Right, let's creep speed forward a little bit. I probably need to be Mach 0.58, don't I? Just to catch up on it. .57, 0.58, there we go, bring it back a notch. Oh, I'm creeping up a bit too much now. 0.59, 0.6. I don't know, maybe I should tear forward for a moment. Get closer. It's really tricky dialing in your speed to match another aircraft. Although I gotta say, I feel like I'm not doing too bad for my first attempt. I wish I knew where my fuel port actually was. I should have probably learnt that before doing this. That would have been smart, right? Well, despite the fact that I do have this sore neck and am suffering from a little bouts of dizziness, and I'm now wearing a computer on my face, I feel kind of okay at the moment. Right, we're getting really close. Really, really close. I feel this is probably the best formation flying I've done in this game yet. It would be easier if he was actually flying straight and not in a very slow ooh! There's the probe. Okay, don't chase the probe. Don't chase the probe. Don't chase the probe, Dave. He's going to fly the probe to your port. Oh my god. Right, I've got to chill out on the inputs. Watch the numbers. Keep the aircraft in the same place. I'm digging the rainbow probe. Give me the rainbow probe. Damn, this is hard. I'm trying to stop myself from bobbing up and down. Really trying hard to give gentle inputs. Okay, that is terrifying, flying that close. Problem is I don't know where my port is, but I'm sticking with this anyway. Oh shit, this is terrifying. No, inputs have gone wonky. Right, I'm just going to try and fold back a bit. I got a little bit heavy-handed with my inputs there. I feel for a first attempt that wasn't too bad. I also need to rest my throttle arm, like literally the arm that I got on the throttle, on the arm of my chair. Because it's really not comfortable. Right, I'm certainly doing a good enough job that I'm getting them to put the boom down. I've just realised there's lights towards the front of the tanker as well. That probably tells me something useful, doesn't it? I had been hoping that this would be some kind of tutorial. Right, we've got lights. I don't know what the lights mean though. I should probably actually read some instructions, right? Oh, I saw green. Oh, don't chase it, Dave. Don't chase it, don't chase it, don't chase it. That's close. The problem is I feel like I'm holding my right hand pretty steady, and yet the closer I get to the tanker, the more I bob around all over the place. Now actually I don't think I really am. It's just the closer I get, the more pronounced the little changes are in how I'm flying. Okay, that's really close. But where's my... Oh, come on. I don't actually know where my... I actually don't know where my port is, which doesn't help. I probably should have looked that up. Let's just kind of get lined up on it. Watch my speed. My speed's falling behind quite drastically. I'm alright for fuel, thankfully. Oh, getting a bit too close. Oh, crikey. I have a whole new level of respect for, well, anyone who does this for rails. Ah, crap. My arms are actually aching now. At least I'm staying fairly close to him, which is something. Probably a bit too close there. So at this point, I'd be happy if I actually just got some contact.
Contact. We'll top it off.
Oh shit.
Out of range.
I did it. I did it. I actually got contact. I do wonder if... Can you use the autopilot to just hold the altitude? Probably not a good idea, right? I actually got contact, so I know roughly. Oh, speed's creeping up. Oh, the problem is as you get closer, obviously any little movements feel more pronounced because you're closer to the thing. which then just instinctively, the thing I gotta unlearn is, okay, I gotta unlearn chasing the boom. Let's just come back behind, try and get level with, whoa. I've got to stop trying to chase the boom and just concentrate on the aircraft, right? That's the thing to do. I've got to watch my numbers and just concentrate on the lights, right? Although I'm all over the place now. I should probably learn what the lights mean. Okay, I figure if I get green in the middle, I must be in about the right spot, right? Oh, I need to steady my speed. I'm getting too carried away with the speed. I actually feel as well that it would be more helpful if I knew exactly what his airspeed is. Because the Mach number is not going to be that precise, is it? Steady, 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 steady. I can't see the lights now, which is the problem. Right, he's getting away from me, but I'm just trying to be a bit more gentle with my inputs. Just really concentrating on my hands. I'm trying to be gentle on the inputs. Coming up on it a bit too fast.
Contact refueling.
With that.
Out of range.
Okay. I've got contact twice. Holding the spot is going to be a whole new thing to learn. At least I've got contact twice though, so I'm happy so far.
Contact. Hold it right there. Out of range. Disconnecting.
Okay, that's feeling like it's getting better though. I managed to get contact a lot quicker then. Also, I think the thing that I'm actually a little bit impressed with myself with is I've managed to fly in formation with this thing for quite a while without actually feeling like it's a big deal. And I've tried flying in formation with this thing many times, and I've done it for a wee bit, and then suddenly I lose track of it. You know, as in, I sort of fall slightly out of sync with it, and then it all goes wrong. I must have been in sync with it for about 5 minutes now or so. What? Yeah, something like that maybe.
Contact. Hold it right there. Disconnecting. Hold it together now.
Ah, that was pretty close. That was actually pretty close. That felt like I was getting there. Oh, I'm bobbing up and down too much.
Contact. Hold that position. Out of range. Contact. Hold that position.
Damn, this is so hard.
Out of range. Disconnecting.
Actually maintaining position is actually really hard.
Contact. We'll top it off. Disconnecting. Hold it together now.
And the game is obviously quite a bit forgiving in terms of your position and things like that. I got so much respect for anyone who actually does this, especially not using HOTAS, using the actual virtual controls, which I am doing. I'm properly impressed by anyone who can do that. Come on. I need to find a really comfortable spot where I can just rest my hands and...
Contact. Refueling.
Oh, that was so close.
Stay within the margins.
That was so close. I can see the lights and I can see what I'm supposed to be... Ah, shit.
Contact. Hold that position.
There, let's hold it there.
Disconnecting. Try to stay within the margins.
God damn it, this is so hard. But I've got to give myself some credit. I've managed to stay more or less in the right spot, as in, you know, lining up for the refuel. For quite a while, it's holding the actual refueling position that's proving tricky. And I'm finding actually it's the speed that's the hard one. Holding the altitude isn't too terrible, but holding the speed is quite hard.
Contact. We'll top it off. Out of range. Disconnecting.
That was so close. That was so close.
Contact. Hold that position. Disconnecting. Try to stay within the margins.
Lost my altitude then. I actually have more fuel than I started with, so I'm taking that as a win. I need to fall back and come at it again. I'm chasing it too much there. This isn't helping my neck though, in that like I'm actually quite tense. I need to relax. I'm chasing it too hard now. Chasing it a bit too hard. Come on, let's just gentle inputs. Come on, Dave. You can do this. I'm bobbing up and down way too much. I just thought, is this going to be easier with some flaps? Would that give me a bit more stability? I don't know, I feel like I'm going a bit too fast with flaps, right?
Contact. Hold that position.
Doing it. Doing it.
Out of range. Disconnecting.
I'll tell you what, I haven't got a full tank yet, but
Contact. Hold it right there.
I'm getting there. Nearly full tank. Did it?
Disconnecting. Hold it together now.
I actually did it. I got a full tank. Okay, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit pleased with myself. That was actually really fun. That was really fun. And I think I was starting to get a feel for it as well. It's definitely a case of don't chase the boom. And that feels like what you want to do. It really feels like what you should be doing is chasing the boom. But actually I feel, well, not I feel, I mean, I kind of know that it makes more sense to just maintain a stable position in respect to the tanker and then let the boom operator do the job. I mean, obviously this game's going to be a bit more forgiving in terms of where you make contact and stuff like that and how much the boom can wiggle around, I guess. But yeah, that felt pretty good. Let's just try flying in formation for a wee bit. 0.01 of a Mach faster than him, which is 0.02 I should say. Just wanted to try and creep more alongside. So I've tried this kind of formation flying with it before and it all goes okay for a while, and then I don't know, I'll bob up above it ever so slightly and then I'll try and get back more or less on its wing again, and my inputs just oscillate so much and I manage to screw it up. I'm trying to get just a little bit closer and more in line with them rather than behind. Need just a bit more speed. I get this sense that they're doing about 315. It might actually be published somewhere exactly what speed they hold at. That was fun though. Actually properly impressed with myself. That my first ever actual proper attempt at, I think just for a laugh, I've kind of come up behind it before and tried to do it. Well, I know what I haven't done is close my fuel pot. Got a bit ahead of it there. Okay, well, training mission accomplished. And actually, I'm feeling kind of comfy. I think doing something sat down was an excellent idea. So let's just go for a little low level run and see if I can handle the speed.
altitude, 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 pull up, altitude, pull up, altitude, 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 altitude,
Shush.
altitude,
I know what I'm doing.
altitude, 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 altitude.
Oh! Oh. I think my wing may have clipped the road. Oops. I thought I was actually being careful, but I wasn't being careful. That was awesome. Yay, I've completed it. Yeah, I probably should do the carrier landing, shouldn't I? Oh, oh no, I have completed target practice. I should probably complete the carrier landing just to say I've done it. So I'll do that another time. And then, have I actually, yeah, no, 0% completed. I haven't even started that, have I? 1 minute to midnight. With supplies low and conflicts rising, the battle is at risk of going nuclear. I don't think I've actually tried that, have I? I can't have. Or did I go in and maybe try the first one and screw up or whatever? I don't think I did. I think I've only been mucking about with the quick flights on this. So I think next time I'm going to do the carrier landing, just so I've got a complete on that. And then I should probably think about actually doing the 1 minute midnight thing. The one thing that does intrigue me is this obviously is set up for electronic warfare and things like that. There don't seem to be any tutorials for that. Like, there's nothing in the practice missions, as it were. What worries me is that it wants you to do aerial refuel practice. Is that going to be an important thing in actually doing the actual mission? Because that would be terrifying. Astronomy, air defences and early warning radars and remote islands. That sounds like a fairly straightforward one to start off with. So yeah, I might do okay there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because the headset is weighing a little heavily on my head. And I should probably go and have a drink, keep myself hydrated and things like that, and see how I feel once I got the headset off. I feel like this has gone okay though, but I'm probably going to just have a easy weekend in VR. I should probably be really sensible and not muck about in VR at all until I've seen the physio and got this all sorted. But you know how it is, you kind of miss this stuff. Definitely miss this stuff. So from this dip into VTOL VR, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.